Is your Social Security check barely covering your expenses? Struggling to pay for medications, utilities, or even groceries? Well, I've got some breaking news that might just change your financial situation dramatically. The Social Security Administration has just announced a potential $6,500 one-time relief payment that could hit eligible recipients' accounts within just 48 hours of approval. Yes, you heard that right, $6,500 that could be in your bank account in as little as 2 days. This is the kind of information you need to know right away. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on critical updates like this that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket. The announcement comes at a critical time when millions of Social Security beneficiaries are feeling the pinch of inflation and rising costs across the board. Many seniors and disabled Americans have been vocal about the inadequacy of recent cost of living adjustments to keep pace with their actual expenses. Think about it. When was the last time your Social Security increase actually matched the real increase in your grocery bill or prescription costs? For most of you watching, the answer is probably never, which is precisely why this one-time payment proposal has gained such momentum. According to the latest statement from the Social Security Administration, this $6,500 one-time relief payment is designed to address the gaps that regular benefits have not been able to fill. The SSA spokesperson emphasized that the payment is not a loan or an advance on future benefits, but rather a standalone relief measure intended to provide immediate financial assistance to those who need it most. But who exactly qualifies for this payment? Are you one of the millions who could see this substantial sum in your account by the end of the week? The eligibility criteria are actually broader than many expected. If you're currently receiving Social Security retirement benefits, SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSI, Supplemental Security Income, you may qualify for this one-time payment. The SSA has stated that they're prioritizing those with the greatest financial need, which includes beneficiaries with incomes below a certain threshold and those who have faced extraordinary expenses related to healthcare or emergency situations in the past year. Have you had to choose between paying for medications and buying food lately? Have you put off medical care because of cost? These are exactly the situations this payment is designed to address. What's particularly noteworthy about this relief payment is the speed at which it could be distributed. Unlike previous stimulus measures that took weeks or even months to reach recipients, the SSA has implemented a streamlined process that could deposit funds into beneficiaries' accounts within 48 hours of approval. This rapid dispersal is made possible by leveraging the existing direct deposit infrastructure already in place for regular Social Security payments. So if you already receive your monthly benefits through direct deposit, you wouldn't need to take any additional steps to receive this payment. It would simply appear in your account once approved. But why now? Why is the Social Security Administration proposing such a significant one-time payment at this particular moment? The answer lies in the economic data and persistent advocacy from senior and disability rights groups. Recent economic reports have highlighted the disproportionate impact of inflation on fixed-income individuals, particularly those relying primarily on Social Security, when basic necessities like housing, healthcare, and food increase at rates outpacing benefit adjustments. The result is a slow but steady erosion of purchasing power for Social Security recipients. Have you found yourself cutting back on essentials just to make ends meet? You're not alone, and this payment acknowledges that reality. It's important to note that this payment is still pending final approval from key congressional committees, but sources within the SSA indicate strong bipartisan support for the measure. The urgency of the situation has reportedly broken through some of the typical political gridlock that often slows down benefit increases. After all, with millions of voters relying on Social Security, few politicians are eager to be seen opposing relief for vulnerable seniors and disabled Americans during an election cycle. Critics of the proposal have raised concerns about its impact on the Social Security Trust Fund's long-term solvency, but proponents argue that the one-time nature of the payment means it won't create ongoing financial strain on the system. They also point to recent adjustments in the cap on income subject to Social Security tax, which has increased revenue flowing into the system. This additional revenue, combined with better-than-expected economic growth in certain sectors, has created a small but significant surplus that could fund this relief measure without compromising future benefits. For many Social Security recipients, this $6,500 payment could make the difference between financial stability and serious hardship. Think about what that amount could do for your situation right now. Would it allow you to catch up on medical bills? Make necessary home repairs you've been postponing? Create a small emergency fund for future unexpected expenses? for the average Social Security recipient receiving around $1,700 monthly. This one-time payment represents nearly 4 months of regular benefits, a substantial financial boost by any measure. The timing of this payment also aligns with seasonal increases in expenses for many beneficiaries. With colder months approaching for much of the country, heating costs are set to rise significantly this winter. Energy analysts are predicting higher than average heating expenses due to global supply chain issues and increased demand. Are you worried about how you'll manage your utility bills this winter? This payment could provide crucial relief just when those costs begin to spike. Beyond immediate financial relief, advocates for seniors and disabled Americans see this payment as acknowledgement of a broader problem with how Social Security benefits are calculated and adjusted over time. The current cost of living adjustment, COLA, formula, which determines annual benefit increases, has long been criticized for underestimating the real expenses faced by seniors and disabled individuals. Medical costs, in particular, tend to rise faster than the general inflation rate captured in the Consumer Price Index, yet they represent a larger portion of spending for Social Security recipients than for the general population. There's also the question of what this payment means for future Social Security policy. Could this one-time relief payment set a precedent for more responsive benefit adjustments in the future? Some policy experts believe it might, by demonstrating the capacity to deliver targeted financial assistance quickly when economic conditions warrant. The SSA may be establishing a framework for more flexible benefit structures moving forward. Wouldn't it be better if Social Security could respond more nimbly to economic pressures affecting beneficiaries, rather than relying solely on annual adjustments that often lag behind real-world price increases? To access this payment, most eligible recipients won't need to take any action at all. The SSA has indicated that they will use existing information from benefit records to identify qualifying individuals. However, some beneficiaries with more complex situations may receive communication from the SSA requesting additional information to confirm eligibility. Have you moved recently or changed banks? Now would be a good time to ensure your contact and direct deposit information is up to date in the SSA system. You can do this easily through your My Social Security online account or by calling the SSA's dedicated hotline. Financial advisors are already weighing in on how recipients should consider using this payment. While immediate needs obviously take priority, some experts suggest that beneficiaries who aren't in dire financial straits might consider allocating a portion of the payment to longer-term financial security. This could include paying down high-interest debt, making home modifications that could reduce ongoing expenses, or even investing in energy-efficient appliances that could lower utility bills for years to come. Have you thought about what investments today might reduce your expenses tomorrow? Community organizations that serve seniors and disabled individuals are preparing to offer guidance and support as these payments roll out. Senior centers, disability resource organizations, and financial counseling services are developing materials to help beneficiaries maximize the impact of this one-time payment. Many are planning workshops and information sessions to address common questions and provide strategies for stretching these funds to address both immediate and longer-term needs. The Social Security Administration has emphasized that this payment does not affect other benefits that recipients might be receiving, such as Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or housing assistance. This is crucial information, as many beneficiaries have expressed concern about whether accepting this payment might jeopardize other forms of assistance they depend on. Rest assured that this relief payment has been structured specifically to avoid negative interactions with other benefit programs. As with any significant change to government benefits, there's always the risk of scammers attempting to take advantage of the situation. The SSA has already issued warnings about potential fraud schemes related to this relief payment. Remember that the SSA will never call, email, or text you asking for personal information or payment to process this relief payment. They already have all the information they need from your existing benefit records. Have you received any suspicious communications claiming to be about this payment? Report them immediately to the SSA's fraud hotline and do not share any personal or financial information. While we wait for final approval of this relief measure, there are still steps you can take to strengthen your financial position. Reviewing your budget, exploring all benefits you might be eligible for, and connecting with community resources can all help stretch your existing benefits further. Many seniors and disabled Americans aren't aware of all the assistance programs available to them, from utility bill assistance to prescription drug cost reduction programs. Could you be missing out on benefits you're entitled to? The potential impact of this $6,500 payment extends beyond individual recipients to the broader economy. When directed toward lower and middle-income households, Such as many Social Security beneficiaries, relief payments tend to be spent quickly rather than saved, creating a stimulative effect that benefits local businesses and services. This multiplier effect means that the economic impact of the payment could be significantly larger than the $6,500 per recipient cost, potentially helping to stabilize communities where many residents rely on Social Security income. As we await the final decision on this relief payment, I'll continue to monitor developments closely and bring you updates